To my dear Linus, Luke, and Dan the Man, I was wondering if any fixed shaft screwdrivers were in development, and if so, what are the different challenges in design compared to the existing screwdrivers?
Fixed shaft.
It's hard to say. Fixed shaft screwdrivers.
Fixed shaft started development before precision did. We had sort of this grand concept of what it would look like, where we would have like blades and handles that were kind of stocked as pieces, and we would almost build to order. So the idea was that we would have kind of like with our desk pads, where it was like, and our water bottles, where it's one price and you kind of decide what size of one you need, right? The idea was that we would just have a screwdriver price, and then you could mix and match your blades and your handles. So if you wanted like you have giant hands and you wanted like a giant handle with like a little Phillips number 1 or something like that, or you wanted a long one or a short one, you'd essentially be able to get a screwdriver in any configuration that you wanted. And if we could get the cold press fit right, then it would have all the strength and like rigidity and solidity of a fixed shaft screwdriver, but with the flexibility of a configurable screwdriver. We did a lot of development on that. We worked on a version of the handle that has like a rubberized overmold. I don't think that ever went to actual injection molding, but we have like prototypes that feel pretty darn good. We designed a bunch of different blades. We worked out sort of, exactly what they would be. But where it kind of has stalled right now is a process for assembly and the risk of stocking that many SKUs. So if you think about it, Phillips number 2, let's say, for computer builders, that's going to be one you're familiar with. How many Phillips number 2 blades do I need? Oh, well, hold on. First, how many handles do I need? We wanted 5 sizes. We wanted small, extra small, medium, extra medium, and large, or something like that. I forget exactly what we called them, but it was internal goofy names. Like they weren't customer ready. Of those,
micro medium.
Of those, we were going to do, I think, 2 shaft girths. So the 2 biggest sizes were going to be like a big boy, or actually, it might have been 3. I think it was 3 shaft girths. So already for each handle, we're going to need 2 molds or an insert mold. So that adds a bit of complexity as well. So like the big one, you could do like a giant like slot number 3, right? Or you could do like a Phillips 2. And then the very smallest one, you could do like a tiny like triple zero Phillips, or you could do up to maybe like a Phillips 1, right? So you'd have these like 3 blade sizes and these 5 handle sizes. And you wouldn't be able to do like the smallest blade and the biggest handle, or vice versa, but there'd be some overlap there. Okay, then we had to figure out all the different tip styles, right? So a Phillips number 2, we were going to need at least probably 2 blades times however many lengths we want to support. So if you want like a stubby length, medium length, and a long boy, then okay, that's already what is that? Like 6 blades for Phillips number 2. So and that's just one tip. Then we had to figure out a modular system for labeling the cap, because we wanted to be able to like put these into like a block, kind of like knives,
okay,
and be able to easily see, or just like some kind of screwdriver holder, like a vertical one or an angled one or whatever. We wanted to be able to do like a modular labeling system essentially, and we came up with a system for that. They were just going to be like silicone, like kind of butt plug shaped things, and they would just kind of pop into the butt of the screwdriver, the butt end, like in the butt. They were like plugs, and they go in the. What, you're making it dirty? It's the butt of a screwdriver.
You danced around everything else. You just went right in on that one.
Oh yeah, right in.
Yeah, just.
Did I already say the right? Okay, so the other issue is the workflow and product management issue of like how to just in time this. How to turn our, what is right now mostly a warehousing operation that we work with, into like screwdriver assembly on site as well. Because for the regular screwdriver, assembly is actually done at PH molds where they do the molding, because they like warm fit them. So it pretty much is stalled. We could just We could just do what other people have done and just find a screwdriver set and just friggin', I don't know, like put our brand, like silk screen our brand on it or whatever. We could do that. But we, for better or for worse, often approach a product and ask ourselves, what are we adding to this category? And if the answer is not really anything, then we kind of think maybe we just shouldn't bother. We are currently exploring a new way to tackle like fixed-ish shaft screwdriver. So it would be like a multi-bit screwdriver, but where you swap out the entire blade. But what I told the team is, look, if there's any wobble, then to me it isn't worth making. Like, it's not a fixed shaft screwdriver competitor at that point, so let's just not even bother. But I think Robert from the engineering team at Creator Warehouse has actually been making some good progress on that, so maybe we'll have something to share with you guys in the next like 6 to 12 months. But don't hold your breath. If you need a screwdriver, go buy a screwdriver, brother. Like, I'm not gonna tell you it's gonna be like God's gift to screwdrivers. It's if we bring something out, it'll be great, because otherwise, why would we bother making it? But don't deprive yourself of screwdriver ownership on my accord.